He ruled the underworld with fear, ordered hits from behind bars, and now flaunts luxury watches on TikTok. Who is NECATI ARABACI, the gangster who climbed from Cologne's red light district to become one of Europe's most dangerous and most followed criminals? And why wasn't he convicted for trying to assassinate a German prosecutor? Let's dive into one of the wildest crime stories of the 21st century. NECATI ARABACI was born in 1972 in Cologne, Germany, to Turkish immigrant parents. His criminal career started in the city's red light scene, collecting protection money from escort agencies and controlling bouncers at nightclubs. As he rose through the ranks, he took over several brothels in Germany, most famously the Colosseum in the town of Augsburg. He hid his criminal empire behind a front, a legal fruit distribution business. But Arabaci was no ordinary mobster. He was feared for his brutality. Business owners were extorted with violence. Women working in his agencies reportedly lived in terror. In the criminal world, he became a symbol of ruthless control and street-level terror. His growing reputation caught the attention of the Hells Angels. Arabaci officially joined the club in the early 90s and eventually became one of their local leaders in Germany. The outlaw bikers admired his ability to run criminal enterprises and instill both fear and loyalty. In 2004, German authorities, working with international agencies, finally caught up with him. He was charged with extortion, illegal weapons possession, and racketeering. Arabaci pled guilty, and was sentenced to prison the same year. But prison didn't stop him. Using encrypted messages, smuggled phones, and bribed guards, he continued running drug operations from his cell. While behind bars, Arabaci allegedly ordered a hit on German prosecutor Jürgen Bohm, who was handling his case. An Albanian hitman was assigned to the job, but the plot fell apart when authorities secretly recorded Arabaci giving assassination instructions during a monitored visitation. Bohm was quickly placed under protection, and Arabaci faced additional charges. But incredibly, due to translation errors and procedural mistakes, Arabaci was acquitted. Despite a long sentence, he was released early in 2007 and immediately deported to Turkey, where he continued his criminal career. That same year, he was banned from re-entering Germany. In 2009, against the wishes of Hells Angels' older leadership, Arabaci opened a new chapter of the club in Izmir, Turkey, naming himself president. Using a forged Bulgarian passport, he allegedly slipped in and out of Germany, thanks to high-level connections in both criminal and political circles. By 2010, reports surfaced of Arabaci attending a secret Hells Angels summit in Izmir, where plans were laid to expand operations into Spain and the Netherlands. By 2013, he had reportedly built smuggling routes stretching across all of Europe. Meanwhile, internal war broke out inside the Hells Angels in Germany. The old guard clashed with younger, more aggressive members, many of them Turkish immigrants loyal to Arabaci. In one high-profile incident in Krefeld, a club owner was shot during a brawl involving around 60 men. Investigators believe the attack was carried out by Arabaci's Turkish-led chapter. This deepened tensions as some Hells Angels leaders strongly opposed the idea of a Turkish gangster running chapters in Germany. A massive confrontation followed in Hanau, where 150 members from Frankfurt's chapter faced off against 80 from North Rhine-Westphalia. Police broke up the meeting, seizing knives and batons. Hells Angels spokesperson Rudolf Triller declined to comment. The violence didn't end there. In 2014, club elder Walter Burkhardt shot and killed a rival in front of the Katana Club in Frankfurt's financial district. The court ruled it was self-defense and acquitted him. 2 years later, bullets flew again, this time in downtown Frankfurt. Gunmen opened fire on a Mercedes carrying Munis H and his driver Emir K, both tied to Arabaci's Turkish chapter. Both men were seriously injured. According to Der Spiegel, the attacker was Dennis T., a member of the Frankfurt Hells Angels chapter. In 2014, Arabaci was even considered for the top job president of Hells Angels Europe. The position had been vacated after the arrest of European Hells Angels leader Frank Hanebuth in Spain. Hanebuth, like Arabaci, had a long criminal history. In 2015, Spanish authorities issued a European arrest warrant for Arabaci, charging him with organized crime, extortion, drug trafficking, and pimping. He was banned from the Schengen area and closely monitored by Interpol. Still, he moved freely within Turkey, which does not extradite its citizens. In one tapped phone call, Arabaci reportedly said, "I don't want to drive Ferraris around Izmir. I want power in Europe." His goal? Take control of Mallorca's entire nightlife scene. In June 2018, Turkish police launched Operation Crackdown, arresting Arabaci and his associates. They seized Kalashnikovs, handguns, ammunition and drugs, but once again, due to lack of evidence, he was released just months later. In July 2020, he was arrested again, this time in the resort town of Sezmi, along with 2 partners. This time he was charged with ordering the murder of bar manager Ahmet Atik, who had been gunned down in front of his home in 2019. But again, 10 days later, Arabaci was a free man. Later that year, the law caught up with him again. He was convicted of using false documents and sentenced to 2 years and 7 months in prison by the High Criminal Court in Izmir. But somehow, this wasn't the end. NECATI ARABACI, wanted across Europe with a rap sheet spanning decades, became a viral sensation on TikTok. Clips of his luxurious lifestyle featuring bodyguards, exotic cars and designer watches spread like wildfire. He appeared in short videos edited with dramatic music and stylized filters, often alongside other known underworld figures. Some of these TikToks reached millions of views, turning Arabaci into a digital anti-hero. In September 2023, Turkish authorities arrested NECATI ARABACI once again. This time the investigation is still ongoing. Is this finally the end of Europe's most viral gangster, or just another chapter in the legend of NECATI ARABACI? Subscribe for more untold crime stories.